Hey, my name is Mark Capello, and I'm just going to speak with you a little bit about a basic approach to playing the drums. I only have one drum here right now because I want to talk more about some fundamentals, because I think a lot of people get excited to play a drum set and they go out to Guitar Center and they buy a kit and they start hitting a bunch of stuff and making a lot of noise, but maybe they don't know exactly what they're doing. So this is not the exciting, glamorous part where I hit a million drums, but this is the basics that will help you do that really well down the road. So the basic thing is, first thing we're going to start with is holding the sticks. There's two grips. The one that you see the most with rock drummers is just called a matched grip because your hands are matched. And then the other one is called a traditional grip, and that's where the left hand looks kind of funny like this. And that's used more in jazz and other styles of drumming. And it was actually started because in the Civil War, people would wear drums with a sling on their shoulder. So the drum head was at a big angle like this. And if you played the drums like this, your shoulder would kill you. So they flipped the grip over like that so that they could rest on an angled drum head. But on a flat drum head, it doesn't make as much sense because you're kind of at a disadvantage. So you see a lot more match grip as opposed to traditional grip, but you will see that in jazz drumming. It's kind of a style thing that you can choose if you want to do, but I think that physiologically the match grip kind of makes the most sense. So I'm going to show you exactly how to hold the drumstick with the match grip. So the first thing that's important is what we call a fulcrum. It's a pivot point, and it's going to involve your thumb and your index finger here. And this is your fulcrum. So this is where the stick is going to pivot back and forth from. So the general concept is about a third, if you break the stick into thirds, is on this bottom third. That's where your fulcrum is going to be, right there. And so I've got my fulcrum on both hands like this, and then you're going to just wrap your hands around the stick, and then I'm turning them over like this, so that the stick is pretty much a straight extension of my arm. I'm not at a weird angle like that or like that, but I just take the stick, I usually put my hands straight out, and then if you bring your elbows back to where you're in a comfortable position, then you're probably going to be in a pretty good starting point. So just to review that, we've got the fulcrum here. These fingers are going to rest on so that the fingerprints are all along the stick here. And then I'm going to put my hands straight out, nice and relaxed, and then I'm going to come back so that my elbows are resting in just a comfortable spot. I don't have any tension in my shoulders. You want to be comfortable when you play, and that's going to help you play efficiently and well. So that's our starting point right here. And then you can also look at it, it's probably about like a 30-degree angle, maybe 45-degree angle that I have right here is a comfortable spot to start with. So that is the match grip, and that's the general approach to set that up. If you're going to do a traditional grip, your right hand is going to stay all the same. Everything I just said will apply, and then the left hand is going to be a little bit different. So I start like this, and I put the stick in my hand right here, and then you're going to split it in between your middle two and your bottom two fingers. And then I take my thumb here and I connect it to my index finger right there. So now my fulcrum is still between these two fingers, but instead of in this one where it's like this, up and down, it's a sideways fulcrum right here. So this becomes the pivot point right here in between my thumb and my index finger, where the stick is going to have kind of all of its leverage, and where you're going to do the most work is with this muscle right here. And then it's going to sit right here on my ring finger, right below the nail, and then I'm going to rest my middle finger right in there. It's kind of like if you were opening a door, turning a doorknob. That's kind of the shape that your hand should be in, is a nice kind of circle, like a paw. And I think that's probably the best way to describe it, is like you're holding a doorknob. That's the shape that it's going to have. And then this stick is going to pivot like this. So that's the way that we're going to turn on a traditional grip. And like I said, you're going to see this most in jazz and R&B, and also in a lot of marching band. That's when I learned the grip, when I did marching band. So this is the traditional grip. Same thing, though, I can always say is you can put your hands out and come right back and make sure that your shoulders are relaxed and your arms are relaxed and you're in a comfortable position to play.